Farming can be an extremely complicated enterprise. What do beginners need to know before starting a farm? As a farmer, your day starts well before sunrise. To feed the chickens and cattle, you get dressed, put on your rain boots, and head out into the cool morning air. You must enjoy spending time outside. Moreover, farming has seasons, crop growth, and harvest to consider. So what is the best cash crop for a small farm profit? First up, what are the important details to know when starting a farm? This manual will show you the ropes and supply you with the tools you need to launch a successful agricultural enterprise. To round up this manual, I spoke with Dr. Cindy Jones, owner of Colorado Aromatics, a small herb farm in Colorado, and Gregory Heilers, a former assistant farm manager. What do you expect in this manual for beginning farmers? The current situation facing American family farms. What drives you to establish a modest farm? Here are the steps to take if you've never farmed before. Choosing a certain market to focus on is the first step. 2. Locate the land that will be adequate. Making a financial plan is the third step. And the fourth step is where you lay the groundwork for a prosperous farm. 5th, promote your farm and its output to potential buyers. Other information that will assist aspiring farmers is what's happening with American farms big and small. 97% of America's farms are owned by families, making small farms the backbone of the country's food production system. To be classified as a small farm by the USDA's Economic Research Service, annual sales must be less than $350,000. Nearly 2 million small farms in the United States are run by people of diverse ages and backgrounds, from retirees to people whose primary source of income is not farming. If your farm's annual revenue is less than $350,000, you may rest assured that it falls under the USDA's definition of a small farm. Visit the agency's website to learn more about the small farm categorization system. Next up, what should you consider when starting a farm? Gregory Heilers has worked as an early employee on 2 farms. One, a 7-acre organically grown market garden in upstate New York, and the other his father's 200-acre grass-fed beef and goat farm, which also features an orchard, a berry patch, and a vegetable garden with areas set aside for future logging. First and foremost, Gregory advises considering your motivations for entering the farming industry. He recommends pondering the questions: is it for profit, a pastime, a selfless act that benefits people and animals, care for the environment? This is because the driving force behind why you want to start a farming business will determine the path you take. The best way to figure out where to go next is to give honest answers to the questions above and others like them. A small farm business may be what you're truly hoping to launch. If this sounds like you, know that there are significant differences between the tax implications for a hobby farm and those for a commercial farm. Take this test to determine if you have the skills necessary to succeed as a farmer. Taylor Reed, the creator of the organization Beginning Farmers, made it. If you've never farmed before, here's where to begin. You may be thinking about how you'll ever realize your dream if you didn't grow up on a farm or have any experience working on one. This is an actual worry. Farmers have it tough, and farmers who run their farms as a business have it even tougher. Therefore, you need to gain practical experience. Many current farmers, especially those who manage substantial commercial farms in the Midwest, have inherited their expertise from previous generations. So, what are some of the challenges of startup farmers? For new, smaller farms, the situation is different. These farmers learned the ropes by either working under the tutelage of more experienced farmers, enrolling in a former agricultural education program, or engaging in extensive self-study. See the resources section at the end of this article. Practical experience is crucial, says Gregory Heilers. Some individuals will tell you that you can become a farmer only by watching videos on YouTube or reading books. Although those are great resources, but nothing beats getting your hands dirty. You'd want to work with an experienced farmer or farmhand if you didn't grow up on a farm. A piece of strong advice is to learn from those who can teach you what you need to know and share experiences from their history. To bring the sometimes startling hazards of working on a farm to life is not surprising, given that agricultural jobs are among the most dangerous in the world. For example, Gregory says, farm work can be extremely dangerous. So it would be great to hear some scary stories from an old-timer, or at least someone who's been around a bit, to let you learn from other people's mistakes and knock some sense into you before you find yourself in a potentially fatal situation. Hear the scary part from Modern Farmer if you need a genuine fright to wake you up. The risks aside, there's a lot to learn before setting up shop as a farmer. farmer, including how to make ends meet. However, as is the case with any profession, you should exercise caution when selecting a mentor, as there are both skilled and unskilled farmers. Getting experience before launching your own business is highly desirable. The good news is that you can become the successful small business farmer you always dreamed of being, if you put in the time and effort to obtain the farming and business skills you need. Yes, you can. Next up, what are the best cash crops for a small farm profit? This section will discuss some of the most lucrative crops for small farms to raise in the United States. Bamboo's versatility as a fencing material, fabric, and food source has led to its rising appeal outside Asia. Due to its high demand, bamboo has become an attractive crop for small farm owners in the United States. According to Grand View Research, the global bamboo market is worth almost $69 billion. Bamboo is a renewable resource, which means it has the potential to be a wonderful cash crop for small farm owners. Bamboo has many advantages over trees, including higher fiber production, yearly regrowth, and a higher carbon sequestration rate. Both the planet and the farmer's bottom line benefit greatly from this characteristic of bamboo. Bamboo can be planted at any time of the year, though the optimal time to do so will depend on the climate in your area. Planting bamboo in the colder fall or spring months may be preferable in warmer climates. The best time to plant bamboo in colder climates is in the early spring, so the plants have time to establish roots and develop strong before the next winter. Bamboo requires a hefty initial investment, but it pays off handsomely in the long run. Young bamboo plants in containers can be purchased from Bamboo Garden, a nationwide bamboo nursery, for $35 to $60, depending on the species. Although this may look like a lot of money initially, maintaining bamboo requires very little but can yield substantial gains. A citrus grower who branched out into the bamboo industry estimates it costs roughly $5,000 per acre to maintain a mature bamboo plantation. Based on his market analysis, he concluded that an acre of bamboo could fetch $25,000. In other related news, other cash crops that can fetch profit for a small farm business. Mushroom. Specialty mushrooms like oyster mushrooms are ideal for novice producers. Given their adaptability to both indoor and outdoor environments, these fungi are often touted as among the most beginner-friendly. Specialty mushrooms also have a healthy market. According to the USDA, sales of specialty mushrooms exceeded $106 million during the 2017-2018 growing season. An article on BizFluent claims that the initial investment required to begin cultivating oyster mushrooms is minimal. An order of 100 mushroom spores will cost about $20, and you'll need newly cut wood logs to grow them on if you want to plant them outside. Investing in the right lighting and climate control for an outdoor garden might add up. To successfully cultivate fungi, creating an environment similar to a forest floor, complete with moss and damp, dark circumstances is necessary. Mushrooms dry out easily, so protect them from direct sunlight and high temperatures. Canadian mushroom farmers from Fresh Cap Mushrooms recommend planting your spores in the ground during the year's cooler months. According to an article published on Morning Chores, although it may take a lot of work to get oyster mushrooms going, once a colony's been established, they can survive on their own, provided they have enough water, sunlight, and food. Mushrooms, for example, can be harvested once a year and still produce 12,000 pounds in just 500 square feet, due to the fungi's rapid growth and ability to regenerate after being cut down. According to the USDA, small farmers can make nearly $50,000 from their mushroom crop, at the stated price of $4.06 per pound. Lavender. Lavender is another crop that can be profitable for hobby farmers. Although it's most at home in the warm temperatures of the Mediterranean, lavender can also thrive in the Midwest. The versatility of this flower makes it a fantastic choice for small farm owners looking to expand their consumer base. It's possible to sell lavender in its natural state or to transform it into essential oils, cosmetics, and toiletries. And the profit potential in each market is substantial in its own right. According to Persistence Market Research, the lavender oil industry is projected to grow to $124.2 million by itself by 2024. Lavender can produce between 1,000 and 1,500 pounds of buds per acre, as reported by the National Center for Appropriate Technology, NCAT. If marketed to individuals or corporations, that might bring in anywhere from $6,000 to $15,000 in sales. Distilling essential oils and selling them to the general public at retail prices is a promising way to boost earnings. 3/4 of a gallon to 3 gallons of oil can be extracted from 1 acre of common lavender, yielding anything from $6,804 to $27,216 in profit. Unfortunately, guys, this is all the time we have today. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Till next time, cheers!